Cincinnati doctor in the history books is about to turn 100.
Dr. James Helmsworth paved the way to modern-day open heart surgery. Earlier this week, I talked to Dr. Helmsworth about his historical career.
Until that time, it was not possible for doctors to deal directly with defects within the heart.
Thoracic surgeon Dr. James Helmsworth is modest about his role in helping to develop a machine which was a turning point in modern medicine.
We worked our way through it slowly and to the satisfaction of the general medical staff of the hospital.
Dr. Helmsworth served in World War II as a surgeon on the Pacific Front. After, he spent years in a lab. With chemist Leland Clark leading the way, Dr. Helmsworth was a part of a team who developed the first heart-lung machine in 1951, allowing doctors for the first time to fix deformities of the heart.
I remember telling Lee Clark if he could just bring the machine to the point of giving us 15 minutes, I could do anything that needed to be done in the heart.
In 1952, Dr. Helmsworth used the technology to perform the first open heart surgery in Cincinnati at Children's Hospital. It was one of the earliest of its kind in the country.
We had to convince them that we had brought this approach to a stage which was suitable for the treatment of their patients.
He went on to perform open heart surgeries mainly on children for decades. Upon retirement in the 1980s, after years of using his hands as a surgeon, he found a new passion in art. He trained for years in woodwork and began carving chairs and furniture. After turning 90, he started a new craft, sculpting. He uses photos and drawings to copy sculptures from other artists.
The original is done by Rodin, the Frenchman, and as John the Baptist.
Even at the verge of 100, he still tries to sculpt 3 days a week. He has sculpted dozens of pieces. Dr. Helmsworth's demeanor is a testament to his humility, leading a fulfilling life of saving other lives. Dr. Helmsworth converted to Catholicism at the age of 95. A birthday celebration is planned for him today at St. Francis de Sales in East Walnut Hills.